Welcome back to Gordon Racing 412 on YouTube. Today, we're slowing it down a little bit. We got a little bit of a break in our racing season, and we got a couple weekends coming up where it's just cottage time, so we're gonna slow it down, have something a little more chill, because we're working on something that can carry more than one passenger today. So last week, my girlfriend said to me words that I never thought I would hear out of her mouth. She said, "Eric, I think we need to buy another boat." Now, I was all ears, of course, except she then followed it up with, "Because you've ruined every boat that we have. We don't have anything that isn't a single seat race boat anymore." So I said, okay, let's get something that we could just use around the lake for a daily driver. And then I remembered, wait, I have a daily driver, and it's been in the backyard for at least 6 years covered up. All right, so this is a 17-foot J-Craft. It is a 1977, and this boat has been in our family since the early 90s, maybe even the late 80s. It's been here longer than I have. And a couple years ago, we decided that this boat, well, it needed a structural restoration. The transom's a little soft, and the floor was a little soft, so we cut the floor out of it, and then it just kind of stalled out. And it's been sitting ever since then. So we're gonna quickly drop a floor in this thing, drop the old seats back in it. The steering never made it out, it's still in there, other than I did steal the wheel for something else. So we have this teeny tiny little go-kart wheel for now. Might change that out, and we're gonna get this thing back just so that it's usable. We're not gonna do anything crazy. And thankfully for power, I had this thing just lying around. So this is a 60 horsepower EFI 4-stroke, and it's actually a short shaft. It is a 15-inch shaft motor, and this was actually a kind of custom build that I did myself previously, and I've run this on multiple different boats, like my Blue Delta, like Mellow Yellow, in the past. So I had this thing just lying around. I don't know how that short shaft's gonna work, but it's low enough to use. And I figured, you know what? It'll be nice, reliable, quiet. We can just dump it on the back of this thing and go. So I plan on just dropping a sheet of plywood into this thing. I'm not even gonna fiberglass it in, because this boat is still on the docket, hopefully for this winter, to get restored. So I'm just gonna drop a sheet of plywood in, screw the seats to it. I don't expect this thing to break any speed records with the 60. I'm expecting 30 miles an hour, maybe faster, because, you know, I shed a couple pounds, but we'll see. So just gonna cut a sheet of ply, get this thing in, and let's get this thing on the water and take it for a ride. Oh yeah, and to hide all the imperfections of the floor, once I just dropped that sheet of plywood in, I got this wicked indoor-outdoor rug. 20 bucks, Home Depot. It's gonna look great in there. This one's not gonna be nice either. All right, check this out. Absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna just I'm just gonna cut this right up, cut the edges, trim it up nice. You know what, I think white was a good call. I actually like it. It ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but we don't need fancy. I got no idea how this is gonna work, but let's give her a whirl. This end might be tough here. Oh, why is this backwards? It's a fresh blade, so I think if I just get through, oh, it cut through that like nothing. Oh. Well, I'm not doing great at following the line. Hold on. Okay. That cut kind of sucked, but I mean, it is what it is. If anyone's got any techniques on putting an outdoor rug in your boat, let me know.
Leia, are you excited about your new boat? Are you excited?
I feel like I'm too far forward. What's happening there? I think these bolts might have been a little long. Yeah, whatever. Still fine. A little grindy. It's right here. I think these bolts for the I actually put in for the wheel. One of them's in a little too far or too long or something. It's hitting. I feel like I'm probably in an okay spot. Yeah.
Is it gonna have a pedal?
No. It's gonna be a hand throttle. I mean, this boat used to have a pedal. I think it's in your boat now. Like the pedal that was in this ended up in your boat. That's also where your steering wheel came from.
Yeah.
Which is now all in the museum. The old Race Boat Hall of Fame. Motoring right along here. So, boom. Seats are in. Screwed down into the plywood. They're a little tippy. Well, actually, they're not even fastened together, but they're fine. Once you're sitting in them, they feel totally secure, and they won't move back and forth, so they'll be okay. The old rug looking lovely in here. Even got the ski bar. Anyone want to go skiing? This thing will be back in the water in no time. All that's left, grab a fuel tank and a battery from somewhere. I need a mercury control box, which I think I might have one. And a steering bar for this motor, because I had wing plates on this previously. You can see my little homemade deal here. Used it so my OMC wing plates would just bolt right onto those. And then it could go right on my Delta or the Checkmate. I didn't have to change anything. That worked really well, but it's not gonna work for this. We gotta go, need that bar. Other than that, honestly, this thing should be ready to go. We'll be going for a little cruise soon. So, anyone that's from Ontario, they're probably familiar with the J-Craft. J-Craft is a flat bottom boat. Nothing going on down here. And yeah, this has been sitting on a roller trailer forever, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to what's happening down there. But J-Craft's flat bottom boat, this is a ski boat. You know, these boats are not high performance hulls. They are made for skiing. And I will tell you, people love these boats. Even today. I think last weekend when I was at the cottage, I saw 5 or 6 of these just cruising around the lake. So there's still lots of them out there. People love them. J-Craft Boats is still in business today. Very cool Canadian boat. looking forward to having her back. I think the last time I had this boat in the water was, it's gotta be 8 years ago. And at that time it had a 235 Evinrude on it. And it was fast occasionally, but determined, that transom's looking not too great, especially for that much horsepower. I think she'll be just fine with the little 60 on the back, at least for the rest of this year. All right, so been plugging away. Simple stuff, battery cables, control box. Working with all just random stuff from the garage. So got this Mercury control box that we found in there. Still got to buy a battery and get a proper gas tank, but I've stolen a booster pack and that. Gonna fire this thing up. Hopefully this booster pack's enough.
You didn't grab that battery? The one from the...
No?
I thought you had grabbed it. I didn't see it though.
I don't. Oh. That's gonna be a problem. I had this T in here for a separate water line because it was on the Delta and I had it, the water pisser at the front of the boat. That's just gonna shoot water everywhere. So I gotta find at least a piece of hose to stick on there and stick out of the cowl for now. Okay. Piece of hose and a bolt. That'll do for now. Fire this thing up. All right. That is why I love 4-strokes. Top almost seems loose on that. Yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it? Let's double check. Can you shut the water off, please? Oh yeah, something's happened there. Huh. Alright. Alright, pulled the prop off because it was loose for some reason. But you saw that first fire up. And that is why I love these 4-strokes. They just fire up and idle. EFI, baby.
Yep.
Are we ready to try to plane out, Leia? I mean, it shouldn't have a problem. If it can idle like this, it should be able to plane out. I also do not know when the last time I drove a regular boat with a hand throttle is. Oh, I'm just barely touching it. Uh-oh. All right, maybe it won't plane out. Try a little more negative trim here. I don't think it's gonna plane out. That's actually really surprising that it's gonna blow out like that. Got a good spot there. Ready for attempt number 2?
Yep.
Let's see what we can do now. That's oh.
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 Code red. And honestly, this is probably the last time you guys will ever see code red. Because it is sold.
Is that your grandpa?
He looks like a 16-year-old with his hat backwards.
I know.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Oh. I will hand throttle. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Easy with no weight in it. We just had too much in the back. Oh yeah. This is perfect. Okay? Perfect. I don't know if he's waiting for us or if he broke down. That's all she's got. All right, we can work with this, eh?
Yep.
Maybe with the drop so big, it's 80 mile an hour should take probably 10 miles before it hit top speed. It's not rapid high at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to on the limit when it was on the Delta. Alrighty, second weekend with the old J-Craft here. So far, so good. Everything's working as it should. We're gonna drop it in and go for one last ride before we call this complete. Other than it still doesn't shift, but whatever. I know there's a lot of people that hate on 4-strokes, but show me any 2-stroke that can cold start in gear like this. There's not many. You know, having this boat back, just sitting at the dock, it's nice. It's been almost 8 years since it's been in the water. You know, it looks better than I remember it looking. Obviously it's very faded and whatnot, but it rained last night, and when I woke up this morning the deck was wet. It was still sparkling, so I think we can definitely save the finish on it. And I'm looking forward to getting this project underway in the fall. I think it'll be nice. We just got to figure out a permanent power solution. But I am definitely leaning to the direction of a 4-stroke for this thing. So we'll see. A little cloudy, but it's a beautiful day. Nice cruiser. I wish it was faster though. You know, and that's the problem when I'm thinking about what engine we're gonna put on this in the future. Like, I don't know. I want to go 4-stroke, but I like the vintage style. You know, this boat's a 1977. Does it look right with a brand new Mercury on the back of it? I don't know. I don't know. I'd like it to do somewhere in the kind of 60 to 70 mile an hour range, maybe 60 miles an hour. That's probably good enough. Yeah, power. I don't know what to do with it, but definitely gonna start on the restructuring of this boat in the fall. Use it for this year and restructure it all in the fall. It does need a transom. It's gonna be a deck off deal, and we're gonna try to save the finish. So that's pretty much gonna do it for this video, guys. Now that summer's here and you know we've been really busy with the race schedule and the cottage and lots of other stuff, so I've been struggling to get these videos filmed and put out, but I'm gonna try to get back on track with that, do more cool stuff. We got a couple more technical in-depth videos coming, so stay tuned for those, and see you then.